Hey guys, Ben here. Welcome back to another live stream. Today we're doing the DCTV show episode 89. We have some special guests with us. We've got Andy over Zoom, over StreamYard, sorry. And we have someone in person. We have General Flashverse himself.
Hello there.
Wow, this is a very different type of stream. We have someone in real life, someone online. And we have lots to talk about. We are talking about The Flash and its latest episode. Obviously, a lot went down in the episode. There's lots to talk about in terms of the cliffhangers, what we're going to see in the next episode and episodes after that. So, yeah, that's kind of our main topic. Plus, we also have the Flash movie poster that was just released. So that's something we'll talk about as well. Plus, there is a Flash trailer coming on Sunday. So that is something we have to discuss. So for now, if you do want to support the channel and if you want to send in any questions to be answered by all of us, we will answer them throughout the live stream. Please be sure to send in super chats. And yeah, I'll remind you guys later if you...
My super chat rate is not $100 or above. I won't answer anything below that. I'm kidding.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, Andy... If you want to talk to Andy, you got to go $100
Yep.
You know, me and Flashverse, we're a bit cheap.
Yeah. And buy some merch or else episode 2 will be spoiled for you.
Yeah, buy merch, guys. Link is here. Anyway, so yeah, how are you doing, Andy, on this fine day?
I'm apparently not good because I'm coughing a lot. I'm doing well. It's snowing again, so I'm like, wonderful. The snow can just decide to stay away. But I'm doing well. It's been a exciting week. It's been a very exciting week.
Yeah. What about you?
So it was just great to have the flashback, you know. So that alone, it just made the week more exciting.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. Like, I feel we haven't seen the Flash in such a long time.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember
the last time we watched it. Like, was it May or something?
I think it was June.
Or June.
Yeah, but it was still like, this was the longest hiatus I think we've had in a very long time.
Was the lockdown kind of pandemic one longer? I don't remember.
I remember because we got Flash, because I remember we got season 7. I think we got it in the fall. I don't know. I remember these last couple of years have been weird because I'm always used to getting Flash back in October, and then being done in May. But now it's like, oh, it's February. Like, we're only now starting a new season.
To be fair, that was the same for season 7 as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels longer this time. Is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like,
this was definitely the longest. It was definitely the longest
season, and it's like we're kind of waiting to get any kind of teasers. And I feel like with, you know, your interview, with everyone else's interviews, with the Flash airing now, I feel like we've got so much in this last week that I can't keep up as well.
Yeah.
Like with my videos, I can only do one at a time.
Eric Wallace has been feeding us really good.
Yeah. It's been a bit like a smorgasbord. We ate, as the kids say it. I don't know. I'm old. I don't know.
How was your interview with him?
It was a really good time. I did ask a little about Supergirl for you, Ben. So
I'm gonna go through. I still need to make the video on your arm, so
it's all good. But you know, it was a little nostalgic because now he was actually back in the WB offices because they over the last couple of seasons they've been working over Zoom and whatnot. So like so when he came on camera, I'm like, are you in the offices again? He's like, yeah, we're finally back in the offices. So it was good. It definitely won't be the last time I talk to him. So, you know, but I hope that we were able to get a lot of information that fans were wondering about, because we had a lot of people asking like, will this character come back? Will this character come back? Etc. and so on. And, you know, we grilled him a little bit. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it seemed like relatively... You got a lot of answers. Like, it's not long, but like you got a lot of questions in, which is really good.
I sadly didn't have time to ask about Goldface, but you know, you will see him this season. So
at least you get to see him. Yeah, that's good enough for you, isn't it? I feel like Oh my god! If I'm very surprised Eric Wallace didn't try and bring back Amunet and him in the same episode.
You know what would have been cool, right? My ideal thing would have been Aminet breaking Goldface out of prison, and then we have like a "I love you, Ami Wami," and then
Oh
something
my
like
god!
that.
I would have lost.
And then like him walking out of Iron House saying, "Daddy is back." Something like that.
He just puts on shade and he's just like, "Daddy's back."
Yeah, I mean, Eric Wallace is, you know, he likes those kind of I don't know, funny moments, but then also he doesn't like to go too far, I guess. Although he has gone far with the Ammy Whammy stuff. Anyway, we're off topic, guys.
Ben is still upset about the British breakfast controversy.
Oh, mate, that
the
was
breakfast gate.
Annoying. No, actually, not just that. The first time Aminette Black came to the show, her accent just kills me every time. I'm just like, ah. But yeah, no, actually, the what did they say? The nicely balanced.
Oh, you're having a nice balanced breakfast, like we we discussed.
Yeah, no, that
not just
me,
the bangers and mash.
Yeah, the bangers and mash. That's the funniest thing ever. Like, I think that's funnier than Daddy Likes the Metal or Ammy Whammy or anything. To me, you know, that's funny. But anyway, let's get back on topic. I'll definitely be making videos on the Flash podcast. That for those of you guys who are watching, that is where you can find Andy's interview with the showrunner of the Flash, Eric Wallace. We're going to be making videos on it in the next couple of days. Just haven't got around to it. Like I said, busy time. But yeah, let's talk about the Flash season 9, episode 1, aka
super chat, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, let's answer the super chat first. We've got 2 super chats, and then we'll get into episode 1, the premiere of this final season. All right, we have a super chat from Atlantic Ocean. Thank you very much. Atlantic Ocean says, really hope in the Flash movie trailer, Sasha's Supergirl gets a lot of screen time. Spoiler alert. Do you think she will be featured a lot in the trailer and the movie? Okay, what do we think? I think surely they're going to show more Supergirl. They barely showed any Supergirl in that last trailer. I know it was a teaser, but I want her to say a line or something. Like, she's supposed to be in the film quite a lot. What do you think, Andy?
I think the trailer... I don't want to promise too much about the trailer because I don't know what's actually going to be, like if there's one thing I rather know is what's getting shown in trailers, but I think you'll get a little bit of, I think we will hear her talk. I think we'll hear her talk, like maybe like a cocky line to Barry or something like that.
That's the least I asked for.
Yeah, but I do think people should definitely expect a lot of her in the movie. So, but given some of the controversies about a certain someone, I wouldn't be surprised if the trailer maybe goes a little bit more about Supergirl and Batman as opposed to this other person that we've been talking about the last couple of months. So, but yeah, no, for God's sake, she was filming a lot when she was in London. So yeah, I think for people hoping to see Supergirl a lot in the movie, I don't think you will disappoint. It's more about how much we will see in this trailer, but also there's. Between now,
there's going to be lots of trailers.
June, yeah, there will probably be one more trailer, but like by May, so maybe you will see more of her there. Like maybe this trailer is more about Barry, how he taps into the multiverse, and then the next trailer is kind of more about the multiversal players. But that may have been flipped around because of a certain person's actions.
Yeah, like also I have to point out, I'm just typing it in. How long are the Super Bowl trailers normally? Like, are they short or can they extend longer? I don't really know.
I saw a rumor on Flash Film News that it's supposed to be like 2 minutes something.
That's good.
That's good. That's perfect. That means
a lot of money they pay
lots
for
of time to see Batman, to see Supergirl, to see whoever, right? To get in some lines, as well as the Flash. Also to get to know the story a bit more, because of course, we know it's Flashpoint or a version of Flashpoint, but the general audience, they don't know that yet. They know it's a Flash film.
Yeah.
And lots of people don't even know what the Flash is about. So, yeah, they got to use that time well, I think.
Yeah, I think it's going to, as Andy said, I think, like, if they are to show Ezra Miller, it will barely be from the face. I think it will be, like, the back of the suit or, like, shots of him running and stuff like that. I think it's more Batman and Supergirl are gonna carry the trailer. That's what I personally believe.
I really hope it turns out to be true. Because I, for one, as a Supergirl fan and as a Flash fan, I want to see more Supergirl because we've barely seen any of her so far. Although they hyped her up a lot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel they have to pay it off in some way.
Yeah.
All right, we have another super chat from Atlantic Ocean. Thank you very much for the second super chat. Atlantic Ocean says, also, what do you think of the news that James Gunn has changed/cut her Supergirl and Batman from the movie's ending? Andy, is this creditable? Wasn't it a Grace Randall from?
Yes, the American version of Amy Whammy. I swear to God, that woman drives me insane. And I'm talking about Grace. Michael Keaton has a significant role in this movie, so I don't know how you would cut him out from the movie's ending
without reshooting loads.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, because as far as I know, no more reshoots are being
And there's
planned.
been good test screenings as well, right? Really good.
Yeah, so I don't know what. First of all, James Gunn has probably not personally cut her out, or Batman. I think that whatever. How do I? Flash, first, you answer in the meantime while I think about how to phrase this.
Okay, so in terms of like cutting them from the ending, I could see them cutting Supergirl out from the ending only, because I don't think she's going to stay after the Flash movie. I think she's going to be a recast. I don't think it's going to be Sasha.
You think in Supergirl Woman tomorrow?
I think someone completely different, because I think we're gonna need a Supergirl that's gonna somewhat match the age of the younger Superman.
Mm-hmm.
But
she is younger. How old is Sasha? Do we know?
I mean, that we don't know.
Let me type in. I guess she's playing a Supergirl that's like mid-20s, right? Like,
I mean, she looks very young.
27, she's 27, the actual actress. So she's probably playing 20, 25, 26, 27 Supergirl. That's like roughly the age range.
But also, we need like, if anywhere in the point of the movie they mentioned that she's the direct cousin of Henry Cavill, that's when we know she's gone for sure.
But they could cut that if they want to keep her.
That's true. If they want to keep her, they can cut it out, or James Gunn says, "Oh, it's a different Superman." But then with Ezra Miller, it doesn't make too much sense. I don't know. Maybe it could be another version of the Flash for all we know, because they're like retconning so much stuff, like the lightning stuff like that. So
when we see the Flash film, when we finally see it, and we see how it ends and how Supergirl ends in that film, I guess we'll have a better idea. Yeah. Unless they announce anything before then, right?
What I could see happen is, I mean, I don't think. I think Flash was pretty spot on that if Henry is gone, then Sasha may. I mean, the thing is also, we have to think about the fact that this could be a Supergirl that is not from Earth DCEU. See, this is why I like numbers. This is why I need numbers. Warner Brothers, get your crap together. Give us numbers. But this could be a Supergirl from. This could be a Supergirl from another world or something like that, where they don't specifically have, like, maybe she's ready to a Superman that it's not Henry. Because I feel like if she gets good reception in this film, I mean, I would be sure why James Gunn wouldn't bring her back for Supergirl Woman tomorrow. But Flashverse also made a really good point, which is Clark is gonna be younger now. So that means if Clark is younger, you also gotta make super, because the thing I think in the book that they're basing this off of, is she like 15, 16 years old, something? Yeah. So I guess we will have to see how she's received. You know, I've heard really good things about her performance, and that a lot of Supergirl fans are gonna be happy with her. So, but but this movie is a mess, y'all. This movie is a freaking mess, because it's like there's so much that we're gonna be able to love with it, but also there's so much with that we can't love about it because of who is playing the Batman.
Yeah. And if they keep Ezra, imagine what that sequel is going to be like after years of this going on, right? I don't know.
The Flash, the Flash, jail time or something. I don't know.
But again, you have to take into consideration that it would be bad marketing if they fired Ezra Miller right before the movie. So I think they'll
They
wait.
might wait until after if they plan on it. Yeah, they wouldn't hint about it right now before the
Yeah.
film comes out.
Well, I think because the thing is, because of the way the mental health is, like has become a bigger topic now in Hollywood, which I think is great. It should be important. But in this case, because they've talked about like, well, Ezra is committed to their treatment and so on and so on. I think if they decide to fire Ezra now, then the studio would be like, "Oh, look at corporate just firing a struggling actors with a struggling mental health and so on." I think what they're gonna do is, because I think I said this before, Ben, on your streams before, is a lot of actors I know with Warner Brothers, they sign usually free picture deals. Now let's think about what Ezra Miller has done: Batman vs Superman, Justice League, The Flash, and that will be the third one. Suicide Squad and Peacemaker and those cameos, they don't count. Those are separate deals. So for all we know, when the Flash movies come out, and they could just come out and say, we have, we are, Ezra's contract has been completed. We are going in a different direction, and we thank them for their commitment to the role of the Flash, etc., etc., etc. So, and that way they don't have to say we fired Ezra.
Yeah.
It's weird Hollywood lingo. It's boring. It's exhausting. But like they like to because they want to look as good as they can. They will be like, oh, we didn't fire anybody. Like we just they signed up for free pictures. We did free pictures with them. So.
Yeah, we're out contract.
Another thing I could see them do is James Gunn pulling the same excuse he did with Henry Cavill, where he's like, we never fired Ezra. Ezra was never cast as this version of the Flash.
That's perfect.
There you go. There you go.
Your way out of it. And he said in his announcements, the Flash is going to be a big thing, and it's going to reset the DC universe. So with that in mind, with him saying that, it's like, well, why can't we just reset the Flash or bring in Wally West or a new version of the Flash from another timeline or whatever? So yeah. I think that's kind of what's going on. Hopefully we've answered your question, Atlantic Ocean. Thank you for sending in both your super chats. And I think you're going to be lucky. We're both going to be lucky. I know you've asked quite a few questions before about Supergirl and Sasha Calle. I think we're going to get lucky on Sunday. I think she's going to be in that trailer quite a bit. But yeah, also hello to Nathan, Andy. Hello to Nathan in the chat. I see that you've joined. Also, Maya and everyone else that is in the live stream. Let's actually thank you for the super chats. Let's go on topic and let's talk about The Flash Season 9, Episode 1. All right, so overall thoughts, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty. Andy, you go first. Overall thoughts on the episode.
This is one of my favorite premieres. The more I rewatch it, the more adorable and excited I get for it. I think we needed an episode like this after because season 8 did get really dark. So I just generally I had so much fun with it. Like, I was smiling in the way that remember watching the first couple episodes of season 1 and season 2 of the excitement, the glee, and the surprises. So. Overall, I really enjoyed that.
And how many times you watched it? All right. You watched it multiple times. 3, 4?
But before or after the screener?
Both.
Oh,
that. But the screener, I watched it about 4 or 5 times. Afterwards, because we were recording Flash podcast yesterday on the DC Podcast channel, I may have watched it 3 more times.
Let's go. We got a proper Flash fan. Oh my god, I feel so fake. I've only watched it once. We watched it literally together because we did a watch party on the Flashverse channel.
Okay.
And I really haven't got any time. I should watch it again. Oh my god, I feel so fake. So we got a proper Flash fan right here. He is the Flash podcast.
Surprise!
I mean, I definitely did watch it like 4 or 5 times. I watched the episode twice.
Mm-hmm.
Once, obviously, during the watch party where I just watched it with the fans live.
Mm-hmm.
Second time is to not only properly form an opinion, but also it's to remember everything. So obviously, I could do my episode breakdown.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'll give my overall thoughts. You can give your overall
Alright.
thoughts. So I think my overall thoughts on Maya, you should watch the episode because you're gonna get spoilers in a minute. My overall thoughts on the episode was I feel like I really enjoyed the episode. I think on the watch party I gave it like an 8 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite premiere, but it kind of reminded me what I missed. You know, I missed the Flash because I liked the characters, I liked the actors that played them. I liked what they teased about the future with Frost/Caitlin and Red Death, and also Captain Boomerang. But at the same time, there was some cringy moments for me. This does not include anything West Allen. I actually really loved the West Allen stuff in this episode. I thought it was really good. I thought it was nice to get some time with them personally. And then I think for me, the stuff I didn't like was more like Cecile. Although I like the scene between Cecile and Joe, I think that's a good scene. I mean, every scene with Joe is great. But yeah, so overall, I feel like I'm very positive in the episode. I don't have too much bad to say, but it also wasn't like my favorite premiere because I feel like there's been a lot of like really good premieres, like season 1, episode 1, the pilot, you know, season 2, season 3, and I don't remember the rest. If I'm being honest, what do you think about the episode?
For me, I thought it wasn't my favorite premiere. I would put it somewhere around the bottom. Now that doesn't mean I didn't like the episode. I thought the episode was good. Like there's a lot of stuff I really liked about the episode, especially the West Allen stuff. I love that stuff. But like the elements which I didn't like in the episode, I really, really didn't like, and it's what put me off. But for me, the stuff I liked, other than the West Allen stuff, because I thought the West Allen stuff like beautifully handled, very well developed, and I like the concept of them having to work together to overcome this issue. Other than that, the stuff I liked, I just liked. So that's where I stand in the episode.
Okay. So I feel like we got a good spectrum. So Andy, what would you rate it out of 10, Andy, roughly? Are you higher than me? Are you higher than an 8?
I'm trying to remember now what I said last night. I think I gave it like an 8 or 9. Like just because you know, because like it just had some of those elements that I really love with the Flash that we haven't had in a while, because again, like season 8 got really, really dark. And although I think it was because it was easier to know what to expect from this, because last year with Armageddon, I think so many of us were kind of curious. Okay, so it's not a crossover, but it's kind of like bringing over all these other characters. How's it going to work out? So, but yeah, for me, it's like I would give it a solid 8 if I had to land somewhere.
Okay, and yeah, that's true, because the last time we had a premiere was Armageddon, and that's a huge event, right?
Yeah.
So that's completely different. I don't think we should really count that. I know it is a premiere, but it's like a completely different thing. It's not just the Flash and Team Flash. So I understand Path in the chat saying that it was a better premiere in your opinion, but I also think it has a leg up in some ways as well, because you know, we're all anticipating crossovers. We always like that as fans of the shows. But yeah, okay, let's get into the kind of details of this episode. And for those of you who are in the chat, please be sure to tell us, what did you like or dislike about this season premiere? We're going to be discussing it now. And also, if you want to support the channel and send in super chats and be answered by us on the stream, just like we did with Atlantic Ocean, please be sure to send in super chats. I appreciate it. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. So this episode overall, right, let's go into what we liked first. So we all said we liked the West Allen scenes. What was it about it that you liked, Andy?
I mean, for me, listen, Grant and Candace has always been the goats of the Arrowverse when it comes to, you know, the ships. So for any Arrow fans, Legends fans, Batwoman fans, Sumalos shippers, come at me.
Now.
Oh yeah, I vomit. I am. You know what I call them. You know what I call them. He's gonna be so mad now. Watch, he's gonna kick me off. Because you know the name is Caramel.
Yeah.
But one night I accidentally misspelled them, but it became a running joke amongst me and my other friends. I said Gargamel.
Oh, bro, yeah, no, it literally caught on. I remember when people used to say that. Oh god.
Yeah, so yeah, I
Oh,
vomited I vomited at Gargamel. So I'm
Gargamel, that's from the Smurfs.
I know. That's
Okay.
yeah. No, I'd rather have Kenny and Cara together.
Yeah, that was pretty good when they were younger. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Let's move on. Let's talk about Barry.
He's angry. Yeah, no, but like, it was funny to just see them getting to do different things. Like they got to do drama, they got to do comedy, they got to kind of goof around, but also they got to be so dorky and lovable together. Like like that scene at the end where, because I've seen a lot of people pointing out this scene on Twitter, but when they're at the by the boats and whatnot, and Barry's like, "What if you just start trying now?" And Iris goes like, "Okay," and then Barry mimics it like, "Okay," and it's just again, I love this so much. So
yeah, those scenes were really good.
Yeah.
I liked just the kind of they felt right together. They felt like they were interacting like normal people would in those situations. I really liked how Barry was trying to convince her so much. He was very sure of his ways at the start of the episode, but then he managed to overcome that and see Iris's perspective. And I thought they actually did that in a very good way. Flowed very well. Yeah. And then by the time they get round to that and Barry's changed his mind, I loved it seeing Iris going with Barry to the precinct. And I loved seeing Barry go to CC's System Media for like the first time in his life. And it was just nice to see those moments that we kept on seeing repeating, but this time they were both there to support each other. And I like that. Anything else?
That was definitely my favorite part as well. Like just having them like supporting each other, as Ben said, Barry going to CCC and then Iris going to the precinct.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then in terms of so we liked that in the episode. What did we think of the villain? So the main villain of this episode was obviously Captain Boomerang. How did you like him, Andy? Did you think
way better than Captain Boomerang on Arrow? Because Richard Harmon, he plays cocky and very obnoxious really well. So because I was just convinced that we would never see Owen Mercer on the show at all, because I'm like, it's too late now, it's season 9, whatever. But I'm really glad we got him. He was funny, he was quirky, and I love the fact that he was formidable, because there's not much you can do with boomerangs, to be honest. Like let's just kid ourselves. You can't do too much with boomerangs, no matter what, if you're a captain or not. So I like that he was kind of like high tech and so on. And the costume just looks so good in live action, because I'm like, those are one of those looks that if you those, it could either look goofy or really good. There's no in between, and thankfully look good.
Yeah, it could look really goofy, and also in that first scene when Barry met him, I thought the CGI was really good.
Yeah,
when Barry's like Matrix,
like a ballerina. Because there was one point when his foot is like stretch it, and I'm like, Grant, what do you do? What have you been practicing?
Yeah. No, I thought that was really good, and his opening scene was very cool. But then, I think what made his character even better was this whole time we were wondering, okay, how is this version of Captain Boomerang so high tech? How is he teleporting literally out of the situation? Oh my god, I can't talk.
My only criticism about Captain Boomerang, while Ben's obviously drinking his water, my only criticism would be, I wish we got to know more about him, because as Ben said, we don't really know, apart from him coming out of Iron Heights, we don't know how he came to be. Why Captain Boomerang?
Why Captain Boomerang? Is he actually related to the old Captain Boomerang? Is this just he's a fan? Is he copying? Is he the reverse Flash of Captain Boomerang? An admirer. I don't know. We didn't get told much about that, to be fair, but he's coming back, isn't he? For more.
Oh yes, so he's coming.
Maybe
back.
We'll get to know more about him, because right now we only know the very basics. He was locked up. He somehow got his hands on boomerangs, and he's quite good at throwing boomerangs. and now he's got himself mixed up with Red Death, who is supplying him with the tech, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, she rich.
And I think that's the most interesting part, is that link that they made at the end of the episode. Obviously, the big spoilers, guys, but Red Death does show up, and we can infer with the technology, teleportation. I mean, that's crazy. That's tech. He's not a matter. He's not just teleporting. And so I feel like from that you can infer, maybe, I was about to say Batwoman, Red Death could be from the future, and we've seen him behind the scenes photos. Javisa's got grey hair, a little bit of grey hair like they do to Iris. So what are you thinking about Red Death right now, Andy?
The effect was so cool because I wasn't expecting the bat logo to become like to come up in the end, because I'm always used to, a little flash like, and then Red Death just runs into the camera and then boom, and like I kind of lost my mind. It was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I agree. I think Red Death will be Batwoman from the future. Maybe like a Savitar type concept I could see, where it's an alternate timeline or something like that. Because as we know, this is time travel stuff. So like the future is not really set in stone. I think the show's throwing us off though. I think this Red Death we're having is the negative Speed Force user. I think that's what's happening. And I think the blue crystal's something completely unrelated to it.
That you think that's Cobalt Blue?
I think the blue crystal's Cobalt Blue. I think Matt Letcher's somehow going to play a part in that, because Matt Letcher's definitely going to be the villain for the final episode.
Yeah.
100%. He has to.
Yeah, surely.
So
they have the link being Thorns.
If we do the math, I could see something where they make Cobalt Blue the villain, but then like Red, and then we have Reverse Flash coming up, so that maybe they could have been like working together. So maybe, because we need these questions like who trained Eddie, how did he get powers, all those sorts of stuff. So what I think is he probably went to the future or something after the singularity, and then Reverse Flash is what saved him, that being Matt Letcher, and that could explain why Thawne never died to begin with as well, because he saves Eddie. It could be why.
We never thought about that. What happens if he went through the singularity and was saved? He didn't die.
And then, what would be the first thing Eddie would do when he wakes up? Oh, I'm gonna go to Iris, but guess what? Iris is married to Barry with 2 kids now. So he's gonna go, oh, look what happened. And then, I don't know. He tried to get, like, in his perspective, and Reverse Flash could brainwash him with this. The Flash took your life, like, you're the hero of season 1, but instead Flash took all the credit. He got the key to Central City.
I can see this happening.
He took your girl, and Thawne could like
your girl.
I think Thawne could brainwash him with that.
Yeah.
And after he sees Eddie, getting smoked by the Flash, he's like, right, okay, I'm gonna step up. And then he's the final villain of the season.
And then we run back in time, and then we get the Nora death again.
Now with Red Death, I don't know how they could do. I did have this theory. It could be far-fetched, I don't know, but I did have this theory where maybe in the future, Ryan Wilder lost her loved ones, just like in the comics how Batman lost her loved ones. So Ryan Wilder could have lost Sophie, Luke, Mary. Maybe ask Barry if he could time travel and bring them back, and obviously Barry would say no because of time travel repercussions, and she would get angry. She would try to do something to bring her loved ones back.
And she ends up time traveling. Then she gets stuck
and
in
then
our time.
Not time traveling. That's when the negative forces would come up to her. Right, become Red Death or become a speedster. Okay, and then that's why in the trailer, for example, Barry says this new speedster wants to build a time machine. Maybe that's why. But then also, she did mention that in episode 1, she mentioned something like, "When I'm done with the Flash, he will be all alone." Because maybe she wants to make Barry experience the same thing she felt with all of her loved ones gone. I could see something like that.
So it's Batwoman's avatar, basically, guys.
I don't know. Could be too far.
It's pizza face Batwoman. That's what we're gonna get. What do you think about our theories, Andy?
I'm not commenting on anything.
Have you been told? Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't have the full puzzle, but like, I know enough where I could technically say, maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, maybe you're somewhere in the middle, But we know we only have 4 episodes of Ben.
Yeah.
You look.
I'm looking into your soul.
I don't have one. But also he looks so adorable with the glasses. Guys, can we get Ben some love for his glasses? He looks so adorable. But yeah, I'm excited.
I don't know if you're like a regular viewer in my streams, but whenever I stream, people would say I am Eric Wallace because any theory I would make, a lot of them would always end up happening. Most specifically, Goldface returning as well.
Oh yeah, but he definitely listened to you on that one. No one else asked for him back apart from you.
I'm using my Eric Wallace.
I catch your stream every once in a while. Because I'm never when it's a Ben can tell you how many times he's tried to get me on his shows. I would be like, not this week, not this week, not this week. Oh, I can do it this week. Yeah, so I'm. I will say that when it comes to the gray hair part, it makes me think of those comics with Jason Todd where he has like the gray stray of hair.
The Gotham Knights video game as well. He's got the strand.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I wasn't thinking so much about Ryan being somehow older, but I was thinking very much like, it's very much like a Jason Todd thing because I do not want another pizza face situation that never gets explained. That's the one frustrating thing. Like if I go up to Grant Gustin or anyone on the show asking, so how did he get the pizza face? And they're gonna be like,
Batwoman's gonna be like, I am the future Batwoman.
I'm the bat of the future.
No, because you remember there was that thing with Savitar when he said, I am the future Flash, or I am, and we all got confused. We were like, are you future Flash or are you the future?
No, but that's the thing, because I was arguing with my co-host at the time. I was like, wait a minute, can we turn on captions?
Yeah, is there a comma?
I am the future, comma, Flash, or I am future Flash. And we were like, no, it sounds like there's a comma in there.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't sound like a comma to me.
I remember that. And then when we got the reveal, we were like, finally. Yes, you finally said it properly. Anyway, that's just, that's a tangent. Okay, let's go back on track. And once again, to everyone watching in the live stream, if you have any questions or topics you want to bring up, please be sure to put them in the chat and we will talk about them. Also, if you want to send in super chats, that's greatly appreciated. You're supporting the channel, but also you'll be featured on the live stream and we'll answer your question. So yeah, it's gonna come up like this, and Nathan, that's not very good blackmail to Andy. I think you're gonna have to do a little bit more. Take that as you will. Batwoman is the bat of the future, according to the Monitor. That's true. Batman's not a big thing in the Arrowverse, so makes sense. Ben is really Clark Kent now with the glasses. Yeah, that's true.
Can you just do the Clark Kent take out glasses dramatically, like just? Oh yeah. Do a hair curl. Yeah. Then you need a shirt. You need a shirt to do a shirt rip too. I'm sorry.
Imagine if I literally ripped off and I had a Superman, Supergirl shirt underneath. Yeah. Oh, that's very dark, Nathan. Anyway. Let's continue with our episode 1 talk. So, all right.
We were talking about what we liked.
Yeah, so we talked about what we liked. Let's talk about what we didn't like about the episode. So, for me, the only point, like I said before, I didn't like was the Cecile kind of powers scene. It's not that I'm against Cecile having powers. It's just in these last couple of seasons, I feel like they've tried to push it very hard, and I just don't buy it. Like, it's not that, I buy Iris more as a speedster than I buy Cecile. Like, I feel like maybe it's something to do with her powers and the way that she initially used it, because she initially was mind reading people, and I feel like it's a bit invasive at times. She's reading all their emotions.
In season 8, especially when she used the excuse, it's unethical for me to use my powers to read someone.
And then she uses it all the time. So I don't know. I think I
feel like you're upset right now. I feel like you're craving a hamburger, and I feel like you're doing.
I think it's a bit repetitive, and I think there's something slightly off about it that I've never got used to. What do you think about Cecile in this episode, Andy?
I mean, the power scenes. I've said it from for a very long time. And I kind of tapped out from her power story by the end of the season. I was like, at this point, like they're just gonna do what they want to do.
You could become the most powerful meta in all of Central City.
Yeah, I cackled. I'm like, Chester, shut up.
Last season, right?
Oh my god!
He said in this episode too. I was like, Chester,
yeah, that was amazing.
Hush now, Chester. That's not. Barry's the strongest one, and I like Cecile when she has the maternal role with Joe. Like when she and Barry and Joe were at the house.
Yeah, that was a good scene. That was a good scene.
That's what I've always wished that they would do more with Cecile. But I understand that they have to fill out the show with screen time, and they only have certain actors with so much time. But yeah, I was kind of like, most powerful meta on the team, really? Like, Chester, you've been in for 3 years, and you gotta come on now. It was weird.
Yeah, what do you think about Cecile stuff?
And
that was
Cecile
just
first?
part of your negative. Yeah.
Okay, in terms of Cecile, I couldn't care less about her powers or anything like that. In my opinion, it shouldn't even be a thing. Like, if you go back in the show, the time Cecile works is when she not fills up Joe's role, but like when she's like Joe. For example, remember that brief moment where Jesse L. Martin was away because of surgery or something like that, and then they had to get Cecile to step in as like Joe, basically.
She was a bit better.
That's when Cecile works, and those are the types of scenes I want to see with Cecile, and especially like last season as well, episode 16. Cecile was very, very well used over there, but I don't like it when they push this superhero thing to Cecile, because I don't think that's her character. I think it should be completely away from the superhero.
Yeah, I even prefer Allegra as a superhero over Cecile. Like, I buy that more, But it's
you know what's funny? I don't want either of them to be superheroes, because I think this season they need to. I think both of them need to kind of graduate from the team, realizing what is it I want to do with my life. Do I want to be a superhero,
or a lawyer, or a mom, or whatever?
Exactly, yeah. Because obviously they're not superheroes in the future. At some point we know they move on to do different things. But because also I kind of want to see Barry be a little more independent this year. If it's him and Iris together, I think that's perfectly fine. But I don't need someone from Team Flash constantly being in his ear, being like, "You can do this, Barry. You can do that," and so on. It's like, come on now. And this episode was really good at that.
Yeah.
And this is Joe.
I don't know. Also, Nathan, I don't know about Cecile being a lawyer, like a meta lawyer. They forgot about it.
I don't think my best thing, and it's not gonna happen, I know, but when Joe leaves, Cecile should leave directly with him. That's what I think. But
I agree, because they have a kid together. It makes sense, right? But I know it's a TV show. So okay, let's talk about what else didn't you like.
Okay, so there's a couple of things I didn't like about this episode. First things first, this isn't something I didn't like. It's just I found it weird, and that's that it didn't feel like a season premiere. For me, it felt like you're going into an interlude episode, but you're just about setting up the next graphic novel. That's what it felt like
the
for
cliffhangers.
Me. Like a mid-season premiere. That's what it felt like for me. It didn't directly feel like a season premiere, but that wasn't my main complaint. Now, in terms of if you want to go more into the nitpicky stuff, there's one scene which I remember that really made me go wait, what? And that was Barry in particular. Barry felt very, very out of character in this episode. First one being when Captain Boomerang defeated him in round 1, and then Barry's like, "Oh no, you guys take a break. I have dinner plans with Iris." Bear in mind, this is a moment which could cause a nuclear threat.
Yeah.
Barry's just like, "No, I'm just gonna chill."
Yeah.
That didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
And then in terms of more of the bits which felt out of character is when he was forcing the book into Iris's throat. And that's because it's not Barry. For example, if we go to season 5, episode 1, when Nora gave all the future spoilers, Barry's like, whoa, this could affect the timeline. Yeah. Spoiler alert. And then in season 8, even season 3, which is a better example, Barry was always someone we can change the timeline though. The future's not always what it says it's going to be. But in this episode, he's like, no, this is the future. This is what it should be. You're supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
So that didn't really make too much sense to me.
I agree with you there, actually, because I kind of liked what they did with Barry in the episode with him, with the book and stuff. I thought it was interesting, the actual concept of the book. But I do agree that I think it's a little bit out of character for Barry to be trying to force this on Iris so much. And that's why I liked when he turned the other page and he was more understanding of Iris's perspective, because that felt more like Barry.
Exactly.
What do you think about this, Andy, in terms of...
I'm completely on the other side of it, because the thing we have to remember is that this takes place 1 week after the finale. It's weird because it was May.
That's true.
It was May or June, and now it's February, and that's a hot ass February in that case. But like not even no snow whatsoever. But I think this is a Barry who was suffering from the idea that, oh my god, a week ago I killed my wife. I didn't know if I was ever gonna get her back. And now I think because of everything they've been through together, Crisis, Mirrorverse, Time Sickness, Armageddon, Flashpoint, everything, I think this was his way of being like, I need to find a way to control our safety so that Iris is safe, so that I'm safe, so that we can actually have our family that we know, because these kids keep popping in and out from the future all the time. So now I will say this, if this had been, let's say this episode was taking place 6 months from now, in their timeline, and Barry Sonnenfeld was like, no, now we gotta do a book, we gotta do this, we gotta do a map book and so on, then that would have been out of character for him, for me at least. But because this was taking place only a week after Iris's death, I was like, you know what, I can buy this. I actually agree with it, and I can buy it.
Yeah, I actually take that back. I agree with you. Now that you're saying that, I forgot it was a week after. Literally,
no, it's because it was lost on me too, until because I had to read the description again for the season 9 description, and I'm like, again, it's really weird that it takes place only 1 week after. I'm like, I don't buy it. It's not a week after. Like, you can tell it's been several months.
Yeah, but normally we, when we go season to season, we actually go real time. So I agree. Like, it feels a bit weird. It feels like this should have been. Yeah, like you said, it looks different as well. So I don't know, something was off.
But it made for a good story, because at least that way Barry and Iris could actually process what they had gone through. Because
definitely, I agree with you there. And I think, I think the main problem that I saw at the time, but now I see it in a different way because of what you're saying, Andy. I think my main problem, I think similar to you, was Barry is so skeptical since he's made all these big, timeline changes in the past, that I was like, okay, why are you being so kind of, on the edge? Why are you being like so lenient with time travel? I know it's not necessarily time travel, but right in this book, it was like a bit of a red flag for me. I was like, that's a bit out of character, but I understand what you were saying, and I think I agree. Nothing, Paigey, nothing. Wait, actually, $1,000. You got it, Paigey. You got it. I'll make a new audition tape for you. Yeah. me and Flashverse, we're gonna start doing. We put on some Turkish music, from your favorite film, and then I'm gonna start singing in it. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Have you auditioned for X Factor?
No, I haven't. There was just a video. Long story, but there was a video that went up titled something, and then I took it down too fast for Paigey to see it, and Paigey regrets it for the rest of his life.
Well, I was about to go to your channel and used to look for it.
No, you're never going to find it. It's deleted even from my channel, so even if you got into my channel, you would find
it. Paigey, I'm in this house, so maybe it's in the archive somewhere.
Oh. Anyway, so let's continue with this. Okay, so we talked about what we didn't like. Was there anything else? Was there anything you didn't like, Andy, in the episode?
The Cecile part where with the powers kind of bothered me, because I'm like, also I thought she lost her telepathy and only got telekinesis. Again, I'm like, wait, so now she can move things.
They're using it all, to be fair. Tell her what, tell her this, tell her that.
Tell her whatever,
Telephone. Yeah.
I was kind of like, that's kind of ridiculous. But
Yeah, that's my
otherwise,
main complaint.
I didn't have a lot of issues with it otherwise. Oh no, what happened?
Paige, you're getting banned from my channel.
Cancelled.
I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna.
Are you a
pull up-
vegan?
Yeah, I'm gonna
I didn't
pull
know
up to
that.
Australia. Oh, you didn't know that? Well, yeah,
No.
I am. I'm gonna pull up to Australia, and I'm gonna do something. I don't know what I'm saying.
Ooh, what a threat! I'm gonna do something.
You nearly said the Turkish swear word right there. I was like,
Yeah. Anyway, so did you have anything else that you didn't like in the episode?
Chester, Allegra.
Oh no, I loved that. That was so much fun.
It was so cute.
I was like, oh my god, it's happening. Like, and Andy, they cut to 360. Literally.
I know. When you were asking,
no, that for me was like that was like your gold face moment. That was the moment I was waiting for. We got 360 angles of them. I was like, oh my god. You know, Allegra can't even remember his name in the first place, which still annoys me. Chuck. But
Chuck.
Anyway, what didn't you like?
It's just I don't like them pushing this storyline with those two characters. For me, they have absolutely no chemistry together, and even like I love Kayla Compton and Brendan McKnight, and like, I was even watching Brendan McKnight's Twitch stream with Kayla Compton that day as well. I'm like, okay, like they're good as friends, but I don't think like with their characters, Chester and Allegra, I don't think they have chemistry at all.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing that, I'm like, no, it's not what I want. And like when that happened, and when you go on the Flash tweet when they put the GIF, you'd see comments like, "Oh, I'm gonna be sick. No, what's happening?" Stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
But I think we agree, Andy. We thought it was funny, cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually watching your watch party right now just to find the moment where he cringes.
33. That's my reaction to it. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Anyway, I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. Like, if you watch it, you can see my reaction. And I think I was just chuckling. I was like, no way. I was like,
he saw me. What was your reaction? I was like, no.
That is like good watch.
Oh, I like this. What am I like? Yeah, I know I was hyped. I was
Listen, the Arrowverse, there's room for lots of love in the Arrowverse. You know,
I wait for the day when we get the Chegra pregnancy or marriage announcement in this season. I hope it happens. I don't know. It's just like to me, it's like a funny meme, but it was also kind of cute. And yeah, I don't know. This whole Chegra thing I thought was a joke at first.
Chalegra. It's not Chegra, it's Chalegra.
Is it Chalegra? Chalegra.
Yeah.
Chegra sounds better.
No, Chegra sounds like a mid sneeze, like Chegra.
Chalegra. Okay. Chalegra. Not. Hey, Chainsaw said Chegra in the chat. So.
Well, Chainsaw can. You know what? If you were here, then you would have a right to argue with it.
Pulling you out. All right. So let's talk about the last couple of things before we talk about the Flash movie. So what do we think about Caitlin? This is the last thing I want to talk about. Caitlin / Frost. I don't know what to call her. Do we?
It's neither.
Yeah. So it's neither of them or neither of them. So who is it? Is it, as we wrote in our notes, is it Crystal Frost, who is a version of Killer Frost in the comics? Andy, any theories?
You're
you know.
I know the name. I don't know how far they're going with it.
Okay.
Let's just say I was a little thrown off. But
multiverse.
I didn't see that. Where did you get that? Where on my face did you get that?
Confirmed.
I'm
joking. Okay, so that's interesting. You were thrown off. All right, I'll take that one.
Okay, Chainsaw. I see how it is. Okay.
Oh.
It's fine. F me, I guess.
But what do you think?
What are your theories?
I mean, apart from me obviously simping from the new look.
Yeah,
You love the hair. You like the hair
in the watch party. He was like, "Oh my god, the hair!" Yeah.
It will be interesting to see who this character is, because obviously Eric Wallace did mention. I read one of the articles. I think it was yours, but I'm not too sure. He said it's not Caitlin or Frost, and Barry also said it as well. So he's like, if you're not Caitlin or Frost, then who are you?
Like you're a different person.
So I don't know. Could it be Crystal Frost? I don't know. That's like the ongoing theory at the moment, but I'm interested. Like,
if she's not either of them, what the hell happened in that machine? Did she just legit die? And then suddenly this new multiversal or whoever this version of like an amalgamation of them, right?
She's an American. She's an American version of Paigey.
Oh, Paigey live action. Let's get it.
Just let's clickbaity.
So clickbaity. Yeah, I don't know. So for me, it's like I'm really excited to see what happens, because this is definitely a big mystery. I know it's going to be answered relatively quickly, so I'm not, I'm not.
Have 12 episodes left.
But multiverse. Andy got a reaction.
I did not say anything. No. I thought it was cute that you thought that.
Oh, so maybe not then. Maybe it's just. I don't know. Like, I just don't see how
American female version of Paigey. But instead of with a
listening to our theories, going, haha, these idiots.
Yeah, Andy's just
I would never do that. I've done it with other fandoms though.
Not with the Flash. Fair enough.
I've said I haven't done it with you guys. There might have been a particular fandom in the Flash fandom.
Paigey? Emergency Awesome?
No, I like Charlie. He's because I think he's just like reacting, reacting and speculating the way he does. But I think others sometimes think they know more than they should, and I'm like, no, you don't. I can say, Nathan, I can say, Nathan, I can say this: it is not that character.
Oh, not what character? What did Nathan say?
Look in the Wikipedia link.
Ice.
Remember that old Justice League pilot from the 90s?
No.
Okay, then we're screwed.
So it's not Ice or Icicle. I mean, Icicle was her dad, Frost's dad. Okay. Then. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, looking forward to what happens next. I guess we shall see. Next episode's we're gonna see the return of Mark. Mark is gonna be a regular this season. To a lot of people's disdain, but also to people's excitement as well.
I like him. Also, he's despite he's playing someone cold, he's pretty hot.
He's always half naked. That's for sure.
And we appreciate it, CW. We appreciate it.
Oh my god! I was rewatching a scene.
Mm-hmm.
That scene where he does the friggin' squat on the ground. What's it called when his legs are out? He's like in the middle of a fight or something. And he's like,
y'all don't want to know what I said when that happened.
You screamed.
That too.
Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, so Andy, are you here to confirm the Blue Death for season 10 of The Flash?
Sure.
Confirmed by Andy.
Sure.
Grace Randolph that question.
Yeah. Probably say yeah. All right. Okay, we're going into our last segment of the live stream. So for those of you guys who are still watching, if you have any final super chats, please be sure to send them in now. We'll answer them. Or if you don't super chat, it's okay. You can just comment in the chat and we'll discuss what you're talking about in terms of your theories, your ideas, or any topics you want to bring up. All right, let's talk about the Flash movie, because as we know, we're getting the trailer this weekend on Sunday.
Sunday.
And in the meantime, we've actually got a good poster, and it's a new look at the the Flash film. Sorry, I don't know. I've lost my screen. This one. All right, here we go. Can we see? There we go. This is the new Flash poster that has been released by Warner Brothers. We see Worlds Collide. Obviously, that's a reference to the multiverse. And, you know, Supergirl, The Flash, Batman. And, you know, look up here. This is Batman's spaceship.
This is the Batwing.
The Batwing.
Benjamin.
Sorry, the Batwing.
Slacking with the Batman. Though.
I actually didn't realize this until just now. You know. So
that's just Michael Keaton hanging up in the air. Of course, that's just Michael Keaton hanging up there. He got ripped.
Escape. Just like that. But yeah, it looks really cool. As we pointed out, this Flash looks really, really cool. Although it's kind of like he's painted on. It's pretty much CG. I'm pretty sure, as far as I know. But yeah, this is a sick poster in a time that we always get floating heads. So it's nice to get a cool poster like this. Nice light. Teases perfectly well. The Flash, Batman, Worlds Collide, Flash logo. I heard some people saying the Flash logo was changed a little bit. I don't know. It looks darker.
Yeah. Probably because, you know, the actor got darker.
So the film has to be darker.
I'm sorry. I'm going to walk away.
Yeah, bye, Andy.
That was bad.
But anyway, so the poster is really cool. Definitely getting me hyped for that trailer. I know a lot of you guys who are watching and are fans of The Flash and Supergirl are going to be very much so anticipating Sunday night when it's released. I think it's being released 11:30 p.m. UK time. That's what you said. So if we translate that Eastern Standard Time, probably
6:30 Eastern,
6:30, something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe 7. I don't know.
This Batcave looks a lot bigger than they did in the Burton movies. Like I don't remember them like it feels like this like Bruce is like evolved.
Like a new Batcave or the same as the Burton ones?
I think it's the same Batcave, but he's built it out more.
Okay, he's like expanded it. Yeah. Anyway, it looks cool. I haven't really read too much into the actual Batcave itself, but I love that we're doing Flashpoint, and I think this is going to be really cool. I like the twist they've done. You know, do you think this is actually Bruce Wayne, Michael Keaton, or are they doing, you know, full multiverse, and are they going to call him, you know, like he's actually Bruce Wayne's dad, like in Flashpoint? Do you think that's too far-fetched? Surely he's just going to be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, of course it's going to be Bruce Wayne, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if he was Thomas Wayne?
Well, I mean, if you want a good Flashpoint movie, there is Justice League: The Flashpoint Paradox. You can always watch.
It's a really good animated film. I really, really like the animated Flashpoint film. So yeah, that's definitely something everyone can go back to. But yeah, so Andy, what are you excited about seeing this trailer? Is it
a lot more Supergirl? I'm excited to see hopefully both Batman together. I also want to see a little bit of Iris. You know, we haven't seen anything of Iris so far. I know Zod is in the movies. I'm hoping maybe we'll see Zod or like a little tease of him. But no, I kind of want to see what their Speed Force looks like in this film, because it's obviously not going to be the same thing. I think it's from the Snyder Cut, but I am curious about all those flashy things.
Yeah.
And you?
Just excited to see new footage in general, because
It's
been long, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a very, very long time.
When's the last time we got footage for Flash?
Fandom.
When was that?
2021?
Yeah.
I feel it was 2021, yeah.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
No, it was March. Was it March?
Wait, let me type it out.
I did a watch party for this, so I have the date.
The Flash teaser, right? It was the teaser. I swear it was Fandom. I think you are right. It says 1 year ago. 2021, October. Oh my God. The 16th of October, 2021. So what's it? We're in 2023 now. Last October, it was already a year. year and a half nearly now, something like that.
That's
So-
insane that we had to wait 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and even from the trailer coming out, it's gonna be like nearly 2 years since the first footage came out that they're going to be showing the film. I mean, we all know that this film has been plagued, literally, like its release just never happening, and so it's finally happening, and it's very good to see. And I look forward to specifically seeing Sasha's Supergirl in this trailer, because as we mentioned before earlier in the stream, I think we're all excited and we want to see more, because in that initial teaser she was just kind of there, but she didn't say anything as well. So yeah. All right, so I think that pretty much does it in regards to everything. Andy, did you have anything else to add to do with the Flash film in the trailer?
No, I'm excited we're finally getting footage, and I'm hoping that despite everything that's happened with the actor, that people can get some excitement from the film, because there's so many people who worked so hard on this movie, from start to finish, and I also I just want to see a good Flash movie finally. We waited for it. So this movie was announced 9 years ago. 9 years ago. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Were you even born?
I was 1 year old.
Yeah, you were 1 year old. You were a little baby.
That's how long it was. I was 1. Andy, what were you? Were you like 10?
We don't wait. You're cute. You're cute that I think I was that young. I was 20 or 21 years old.
Yeah, well, I was 0. So I'm still.
Okay. We get it. You're young. We get it.
He's younger. Anyway.
Wait, how old are you? Flash first.
18.
He's 18.
Oh my god.
12 plus 10.
I don't look it, do I? Everyone says I look 25.
You look older.
No, I thought you were like maybe 22, maybe 21, 22. But it's the mustache. It's the mustache. Yeah. Ben always shave. No, Ben can't grow any facial hair, so
I can.
I don't.
I shave.
Where are the receipts? Where are the receipts?
Check my sink. Flashbear is gonna steal some hair. What the hell?
we will clone our second Ben, who will have a he will have a Scottish accent.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that pretty much does it, I think, for this live stream, guys. Thanks to Andy for joining in. Thanks to Flashverse himself for being here during the live stream. And yes, Nathan, he's 18. My God, I just got older, so I'm 25. That's not fair. I'm 12 years old. Plus 10. There you go. That's the age reveal. Oh my God, Maya! What the hell? That is so mean.
I mean, I have started balding, so
that's still
I'm gonna be dead. I'm gonna be dead soon. So
don't say that. All right. Well, anyway, guys, remember to check out Andy's podcast. Well, he recorded his interview with Eric Wallace himself. Also, he has an article which we're going to be breaking down in the next few days. So go check out the Flash podcast and check out Andy. I'm going to link his stuff in the description below. Also, check out Flashverse. He is a great YouTuber and he does very great Flash content. So link in the description below as well. And yeah, for now, thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. And I'll have a new video out tomorrow. So stay tuned, guys. And yeah, get excited for episode 2 plus Sunday. The Flash movie trailer is coming, so get
Sunday.
Yes, coming this Sunday. The Flash movie trailer. All right, we'll see you guys later. Goodbye.